Bryson, Ken Kraetzer, CaMMVetsMedia. Congratulations, 3 touchdown passes today, ran for 2 touchdowns. Well, how did it feel to have your offense being so productive?
I felt great. A lot of guys making plays, a lot of good calls. The defense gave us exactly what we were preparing for, and that showed up. And a lot of guys making plays, good blocks, so it happened like it should.
Maybe just tell us, about the back-to-back passes to Isaiah. Threw him deep first on the sideline, and you caught him on the right side right after the turnover. What was it like to make those 2 completions?
Like we talked about during the week, Isaiah's a big-time playmaker. Any way we can get him the ball, we're going to try to. He ran 2 great routes, got open, and I just had to throw it in his area, and he's going to catch it. So he did a great job on those, and had great protection on those as well.
Go ahead, Sal.
Bryson, what's the biggest takeaway for you coming out of this game?
Momentum going into the next one. We played well. Guys played tough. I thought we executed a lot better. So just continuing that momentum and rolling and getting that to the next game, that's going to help us a lot.
I know you were upset after the last game, the 2 picks. Just how do you feel coming out of this one for your performance and understanding what you're doing out there?
Yeah, it allows us to just put everything behind us. First game, this game, it's all behind us now. We're looking on UTSA, what we can do to beat them. So.
But did you feel more comfortable?
Yes, felt very comfortable. That allowed us to kind of put everything back seat.
A big game for you today, obviously. Seth Mendelson, Black Knight Nation. Practice during the week must have been pretty intense, I would imagine. Tell us about that a little bit.
It was, yeah, it always is. But coming off a loss, it's always amplified. So I thought guys practiced really hard, responded how you're supposed to after a loss. So that was good to see, and that showed up on the field today.
Good. Probably, is this your biggest game ever? Certainly in college, but how about high school?
It's not comparable. High school to these games out here against these opponents. But yeah, that was a pretty big one. So, yeah.
Bryson, your first touchdown run, it was your previous run was called back, and what did it mean to get back in the end zone after that? The next play, forget about the play that just happened and put it back in the end zone.
Yeah, that was awesome for the offense. That just shows how we respond to adversity. Something didn't go right the play before, and didn't flinch, and we got in the box the next play, so that was awesome.
I know you talk a lot about the confidence after this one. The start that you guys had, is that a positive to the way you were able to get things rolling early?
It is, yeah. Always, you get the ball that first drive, you put it in the box. That's huge for the offense, the defense. It just gets a lot of confidence within the team. That's always our goal, and that really helped us today.
Right, so I want to ask you about the play. You had a 4th and 1, and you kept the ball, but you followed Tyson Riley and Jacoby Buchanan, your 2 big fullbacks. I thought that was kind of a dream 4th and 1 play.
Yeah, you got Tyson and Kobe in there. You want to follow them. Those are the big guys. They carry the heavy weight, and if they're in the game, I'm gonna follow them. They're gonna show me the right way, and they did that in that play. So.
Anyone else? Charles on Zoom, go ahead.
Hey, Bryson. First of all, congrats on the game today. Great game. Can you talk a little bit about the 59-yard touchdown pass to Isaiah that was in stride? Can you walk us through the actual call and the play itself?
Yeah, so that was just a double move on the outside for Isaiah. We saw that we had man-to-man out there, and that's exactly what we wanted. And Isaiah ran a great route, broke off an out route, and then stuttered a little bit and went into his vertical, and he's wide open. So great call by Coach Thatcher, great route by Isaiah.
Great. And my follow-up and final question, can you also talk about the play of the offensive line today?
Oh, they were awesome. They talk about responding to adversity. They did a great job. They were challenged throughout the week to be better, and they were. They looked great out there. So that was really positive to see.
Thank you very much.
Joe, do you have anything for Bryson?
I'm good, but thank you.
You're set, Bryson.
Bryson, did you get touched at all other than your runs?
Not many times, no. I think I count on one hand how many times I got tackled, so it's always a good day. as a quarterback. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
You're all set, Bryson.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Bryson.
Thanks, sir.
Yep. Next up will be Leo Lowin.
Yeah, but
Who wants to start? Anyone?
Leo, congratulations. You know what? It looked like you had a very clean game today, which I know you probably wanted to do. How did you feel the defense? Well, obviously got a shutout, but how did you feel the defense perform?
I felt like we did pretty good overall. Definitely room for improvement. They had a couple long drives. I know we could have stopped. Had some penalties early, and those drives that kind of extended them. A&M's being a little better about getting off the field pretty quick. 3 and out is probably the best way to do it, especially going forward, playing some better teams. If we can avoid some of those penalties and keep those drives as short as possible, I think we'd be a little better off.
It just seemed like you were able to put a lot of pressure on the Delaware quarterback. Trey Sophia had a sack early on. Jack Lutier had the sack which led to a fumble, which led to the second touchdown. How did you feel about the pressure you were able to put on the Delaware backfield?
Yeah, the D-line did a great job. We kind of knew we might have an advantage up front, and they really took advantage of it and just played really hard, as they always do. And we've been doing a lot of movement up front, and I think that just kind of gets the other side of the ball a little bit. So they've been doing a great job. It makes our job on the back end a lot easier when they can do that.
Defense, they had some yardage, but you guys, you were bending but not breaking. You got to be happy with that, right?
Definitely, yeah. Big no quit mentality from us. Super proud of that. Couple times we got down there towards that end of the field, but every time we bowed up, made a stop, either blocked a field goal or just stopped on 4th down or got a turnover. So that was awesome to see. Super proud of our guys for that.
Leo, what's your big picture take coming out of this?
Just kind of use it as a stepping stone. We got a lot of football in front of us. We definitely made some improvements today, but just keep going in the right direction. We got a lot of big games this year, a lot of tough opponents. So use it as a stepping stone, get ready for those games.
Do you feel like it erases what happened last week? I mean, there was a lot of pressure probably after that loss.
I mean, I wouldn't say anything's erased. It's something definitely still in the back of our minds. But at the end of the day, it's over with. We can't do anything about it now. We got to learn from that, and we got to use that as motivation going forward. Got to prove that we're a better team than what we put on tape.
And obviously, you got a lot of guys in late in the game. But while you starters were in there, there were a lot of contributions from a lot of players. It wasn't just one player, 2 players making it all the plays. You had a lot of contributions on defense.
Yeah, I would just say that's a testament to Coach Woody and all the guys working hard and doing their job. And when they kind of try to move the ball around laterally, a lot of guys get an opportunity to make a play, and they did. So, yes, sir.
Hey, Leo, Sal from Black Knight Nation. How proud are you of keeping the shutout and posting the shutout today for you guys? I mean, it's got to be a sense of pride for the defense, I imagine.
Definitely, looks great on the scoreboard, seeing a 0 up there. But like I said, it's something we gotta clean up the mistakes we made. Recognize that they did get some first downs that we should have tried to stop, but get better. And obviously, it's a great feeling coming out with the win. But another game on next Friday, so 6 days from now. Got to prepare for that one now.
Kind of a short week for you guys. Is it easy? I mean, tomorrow you'll look at film and I guess get right after it, right? Pretty much. Is it easy to flip the switch to get right to UTSA, you think?
I think our guys do a great job of just always bouncing back and always, we're very consistent with our work ethic. I think Coach Hughes kind of instills it in us whenever we're freshmen. It just, some people keep showing up, no matter good, bad, whatever, we're going to keep showing up the next day and get to work.
Good.
Let me just ask you, as a captain, you kind of came off a tough loss last week. Did you have to do special things to lead the team to get them back so they're ready for this week?
Not at all. I think, just up the intensity a little bit, and just to realize that no matter, who we're playing against, they can always beat us, but just as the same, we can always beat them. So we got to go out there and execute our fundamentals, play harder than them, play tougher than them, and just kind of do our jobs better than they can do their jobs, and we'll come out on top.
Leo, do you like playing Friday night games, and what's it like being in the national spotlight?
I definitely like playing on Friday night. It reminds me of high school a little bit, going back down to Texas. But playing on Friday night, definitely going to be a big game. It's just another opportunity to prove that we're a good team and we are who we think we are.
Anything else in the room, guys? Anybody on Zoom?
We're good.
You're all set, Leo.
Sweet. Thank you.
Thanks, Leo.
Thank you.
Good job, buddy.
Next up will be Isaiah Alston. Want to start, Ken?
Isaiah, congratulations. Two big touchdown passes. Why don't you take us through the two plays? The first, a 53-yarder, and the second, a 70-yarder.
The corners just showed that they were biting on the outs, and we just called that play. The offensive line blocked it well. Bryson Daily stepped back, made a great throw, and I just had to do the rest from there. I caught the ball, and there was nobody else in front of me, so just scored a little touchdown.
When you got the ball back, 16 seconds, is that just Coach Thatcher saying first play after a turnover, go for a long pass?
Not necessarily, no. It's just something he's seen up in the box, and that was just one of the plays that he wanted to call for that situation. Yeah, I mean, we get the call and we just execute whatever play he called. So.
And how much last week? You guys didn't really throw downfield much at all. How much were you kind of itching to get that going in this game?
I mean, I didn't really think of it too much. I mean, yes, I've always sometimes you're in the moment and you're like, all right, this guy, I think I can run this play against this person or something like that. But for the most part, I'm just looking to do my job, and whatever the coach calls is what we have to do. So just trying to execute that to the best of my ability for the offense.
Isaiah, what do you like about playing with Bryson Daily?
His passion for the game of football. Like he brings it every day, and he just keeps the guys around him up, and I really love that about him.
How about his skill set? You've played with a lot of different quarterbacks here during your time.
Very tough
Tell me about
quarterback.
Bryson and what he brings to you receivers.
Very tough quarterback. He just keeps coming play after play. Even if he makes a mistake, he flushes it and he moves to the next play. Accuracy's there, and he's just the ability to make plays and read the defense. He's really locked into the details of what the coaches are telling him, and he just goes out and executes that.
Last week, 6 points on specialty. This week, a lot of offense, from you guys. How does that feel to kind of bust out?
It gives us confidence rolling into the next week. Last week, I feel like we shot ourselves in the foot early, and that just kind of killed the momentum of the offense. And a lot of people started hesitating. But now that we got to really put together what we've been practicing, put 57 points on the board, it gives the offense some confidence that what the coaches are calling actually works.
Last thing, you guys play Friday night on ESPN. What's it like playing in a spotlight game? And tell me about facing UTSA, a team that kind of stole one from you guys last year.
I don't really think of that much. We roll out wherever we are. Whoever we play doesn't really matter to me. Time, place doesn't really matter. It's still a football game at the end of the day. I just love doing what I do, so that's what we're gonna do. And Army doesn't flip, so. It doesn't matter where we play. It could be Tuesday night, honestly. Doesn't really make a difference for us.
Leo mentioned that this game was like a stepping stone after last week and now this week. Talk about that. What do you think about that?
Personally, for us, I think for offense, it just showed confidence in that we can really do what the coaches are harping on. Because last week it kind of demoralized the offense's confidence, and putting 57 points on the board today. It was really, really a step in the right direction. So we just have to keep that momentum going into next week, and just keep practicing hard, following the fundamentals, executing our plays, and just keep it going.
You see, Bryson had a lot more confidence as the game went on. Obviously, you hope that continues. Did you notice that on the field with him?
Of course, I always do. I can tell personally when Bryson's at his highs and when he's at his lows, and when he's just filling it out. So. It's just something I've seen from being with him all spring, honestly for the last 3 years. So it's just something you can see in him. And today he was just on one today. So
The coach said last week about you guys fumbled and took 5 turnovers during practice this week. That's something you guys worked on a lot. I assume so.
A lot. Ball security was very harped on this week, and that's something we have to improve on. So. I think we've done a better job securing the ball. We still came up short 1 turnover, but it's the game of football. Sometimes it happens. You can be doing fundamentally perfect. Sometimes the defense makes a play. So you just got to move on from that and clean things up. And I think going into next week, we'll just keep holding the ball and do what we do.
We have anything on Zoom for Isaiah? You all set?
Good.
Isaiah.
Oh.
Hey, Isaac. Sorry, real quick. What did it mean to have the highest receiving yardage total for an Army player in about 15 years? I think 07 was the last time someone had as many yards as you did.
Honestly, I didn't know that until you just said something. Doesn't really make a difference. I'm more happy about the win. That was just my contribution to the win today. So whatever I can do to help the offense keep going, and whatever I can do to help the team win, that's what I'm going to be worried about. But maybe I'll think about that later. I don't know.
Thanks, Isaiah.
Thank you.
You all set?
Thank you. Thanks, Isaiah.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Be back with Coach Monken shortly.